chocolate.
I'm Jay.
And I'm the light skin everybody loves to hate, Mike Petrina.
And we about to put you on the game. Once you open this stuff up, like once you Easy Blade, like what's the process?
2008 when I started. Originally started just doing YouTube videos to promote my barbershop. So I was doing haircut videos. And then from there I led to like people liking the way the videos were, so then I made a DVD, like a how-to DVD.
I remember. He was one of the first dudes. Real talk. He was one of the first dudes that did like a how-to on cutting and barber and stuff like that, and cutting hair and stuff like that. And he kept telling me, yo, do a fitness one. I was like, that's too saturated. Versus you had no one was doing anything he was doing at the time.
And it's so dope because it's not fixed. Like a lot of these, what happens is a lot of the paradigm and the mentality, everybody getting out of college, like, yo, I gotta be an accountant, gotta be it. You like cutting, bro? Yeah, be the best at that shit.
For real.
Yeah, yo, literally, there's a market there.
Yeah.
I don't know, mom. Yeah, mom worked forever. She gonna love you regardless, you know?
I'll tell you see that quote I put up yesterday, man? Do what you do, figure out what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You can have anything in the world, but once you figure out what you want to do, then the show is like, you gotta want to do it. A lot of people don't figure out what they want to do. You know?
That's what's like, even with some people books, like Malcolm Gladwell, everybody knows that book, like Malcolm Gladwell book, you know?
Yeah.
But, so when you put 10,000 hours or something, you're gonna be good. Like, stop trying to, and actually, no, my mentor, which is really important, I always have a mentor, my mentor said to me, said, Mike, stop trying to like create and worry about getting money and worry about having more accounts and patients and appointments. He said, just be good. Practice the craft over and over and over again and get better at it. Because money is going to come if you're good at it.
Yeah.
But if you're not good, no one's gonna come see you. So I used to come to the gym, I'm like, yo, I'm at the gym right now. Every single day I was studying, right? I had the book, I was circling, I was practicing, I was studying. I was using him as a guinea pig. Everybody I could, let me just treat you, like I don't care, I'm not charging, I just want to get better at it, get the craft up. Because once you get really, really good at what you can do, then you can turn it, it's already a passion, but then you can monetize it.
Yeah.
That's what Jay did. Jay was like, I'm gonna monetize my skill. Like I'm phenomenal at stylist. I'm phenomenal at cutting hair. I'm phenomenal at being a barber.
Right.
So I'm gonna figure out how to make it into something that I can live off of long term, and not just cut.
With the internet, you can monetize anything nowadays. That's the thing, because there's access to get products, and you know what I'm saying. You can monetize anything, like you said.
The kids. Not even the kids, the my age, like around 25, 26, they listening to the wrong things though. Like, you know, when they hear things like, you know, so let me get this quick money, let me get this, like, no, it literally don't work like that.
We always want the sprint instead of the marathon.
That's Instagram though.
Yo, it's
because everybody didn't even get fast. They don't see the work. If I was looking at a quote on Instagram that said, what it said, you put in, nobody's showing you the bad, like I think it was about Wesley Snipes, nobody's showing you their failures on Instagram.
Yeah, no, never.
So I'm not showing you when I'm going through it in the office.
Yeah.
When I'm in the office and I'm going through it and I can't, I'm trying to get this done, I can't, I'm only going to show you the good stuff. I'm only going to put a post up when I'm on vacation.
Unless they quiet, they don't put anything.
When I just made a sale for a pallet of, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to show you the failures. So a lot of people looking on Instagram and thinking it's that easy. If you scrolling and you're seeing all of these,
everything's going high. Everybody's taking a private jet. Yeah, I'm doing it big.
So you think,
I'm here, I'm there.
So you think that you don't see the work behind it, so everybody wants to.
The grind is crazy.
Yeah, the young mentality, man.
It's a gratification.
It's like, what are you really willing to sacrifice? You know what I mean? Like, are you willing to sleep in that shithole, in that basement, and your parents and get ridiculed by female girls? Are you really willing to not get that new Benz and drop that hoopty and break down, and then you got to put money on it, breaking down to get where you want? Like, are you willing?
Perfect joint.
Are you willing to wear the same sneakers?
Yeah, how long you had them?
At least like 6 years.
Yeah, real talk. So I don't get it twisted. I know I'm a shoe dude, so I be going off.
No, I'm saying I got stuff at home.
I
got stuff at home to look good, to get flowers.
Yeah, but you had no problem sacrificing that. I still was in my second childhood.
No, when nighttime come, I could throw something in. How many times a week you go out? Even if you go out 3 times a week, how many outfits you really need?
I know. But that's like I said, I'm still stuck in my second childhood at the time. I was like, I need to get new. Just so I can put a new Instagram stunt on. And the hardest thing was going back to what Ivan said about sacrifice. The biggest thing Ivan said to me was, he said, Mike, what's the worst that can happen? And I said to him, he goes, are you willing to live with that though? Like literally, what is the worst that can happen to you in your situation? Say I'm trying to do something, say I'm trying to build a business, say I'm trying to do whatever, say I'm trying to take over, whatever I'm trying to do in my life at that moment. What's the worst that can happen? you get nothing, you lose everything, and you start from square one. And it's like, all right, but can you deal with that? Can you live with that? And it's like, well, I'm thinking about what was my worst square one? Being homeless. Living in my car. How could you do that?
How could you fail with the skill that you already have? Y'all building. He just told me he going to get his master's in
Columbia.
Columbia, was it biomechanics?
Biomechanics.
So how can he be stopped? How can you be stopped with your skill? There's no way you can go broke with a skill.
But am I willing to go to zero to start all over again to build it up again? Like, am I willing to go to zero?
Because you can.
But I don't care because I know that's what I'm saying. I knew my skill set was crazy. That worst case scenario, I lose everything, I'm back to zero. All right, I gotta do it all over again. I made the mistake. Now I know how to do it without making the mistake. But my skill set, I put those 10,000 hours in. I became the best at my craft. I got no worries. I can do it all over again. Like, I have no problem living in my car again, bro. I don't have a problem being homeless again.
Yeah, and
because I know my skill is good. You know what I mean?
I said to myself the same thing. It's just like I sat in that basement and I'm like, all right, well, I'm creating this whole thing. Shit, I'm willing to lose my girl. I'm willing to lose a relationship with my family.
Yeah.
Once I said that to myself, once I said that to myself, I was like, I don't even care if something comes left and I gotta pay. I'm gonna continue. If I'm willing to lose a relationship with my family,
but you have to have that willing to sacrifice able to make anything like that. Like, think about this. And I'm not trying to toot. I'm not trying to throw numbers out there. But like I built a business, right? Yeah. My business is worth, revenue wise, and it's not a lot, but revenue wise for a young dude, I do over $500,000 in revenue. Like, that right there is like, okay, you're willing to sacrifice, but you know what you're worth, and you know what it takes to be successful. Like, you just started something that creates what, 500% profit on this stuff? Like, that's crazy. You went from cutting to like, let me create this YouTube channel, to let me create this DVD, to, why am I buying, and this was, think about this. I call him the modern day Rockefeller. Mm-hmm. If you think about it, because like, he was like, all right, yo, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And cut me off if I'm talking too much on what you're doing. But like, think about it. He was like, I'm not gonna do vertical, like, remember Rockefeller? I haven't been in business school in dumb long, you know what I mean? I ain't been here in a minute. But like, back when they used to say, I'm gonna do horizontal, I'm gonna own everything. I'm gonna own the trucks that deliver this, that deliver that. I'm gonna order the planes, I'm gonna order the pieces, that you put the product in. So he said, all right, I'm using this product to cut people's hair. I can make a better product. How do I make a better product? Well, how do you make a product in the first place? Like, who's thinking like that? All right, so if I want to put gel on someone's face, let me find out how to make it. Let me find out what quality products is the best quality products. Let me put up the best kind of product. Let me own the shipping. Let me own the freaking labeling on it. I'm gonna buy all the product myself and put it together and package it and make a better product that's out there that's cost twice as much.
Yeah. And people don't even know how to get there, because I had one of my friends call me. She was like, I want to start out this coffee shop, and you've gotten here.
I think it's bullshit though. I mean, I respect it. I respect it, but that's bullshit because the internet was back in my day.
Right.
Nobody would give me this information.
Yeah.
I just literally was just saying with my boy, and I Googled. He asked me something, and I Googled it right there. Boom, it came right up. Google is your friend.
Yeah,
YouTube, anything you want.
Even as far as this,
how you want a coffee shop?
It's all right. How you want? Okay, I understand. She goes to coffee shops. She does it. I was just like, if you ask me for my experience, I went on an app called Upwork, and it literally allows you to talk to people that top companies get to do the work for them. So I'm like, all right, I want to do market research. I found a market research. I did market research on youth sports. He was like, oh shit. Mm-hmm. And when he did it, he was like, yo, this is a fragmented market. And he sent me all the paper. I'm like, everybody's like, you doing it? You my dad? I was like, yo, you doing this? You doing these?
My phone's off. So you just chatting. You forget about that.
You doing these lessons. And you doing this, my dad was like, where's this gonna go? My dad just came to the camp and was just like, yo, that's about 40-some kids. I was like, Dad, if I turn that shit to 160 kids and I do it 5-7 times a year, I'll probably double whatever you make doing that little thing, joking around with kids that you thought, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. People always want to judge on like, oh, I got this great idea. Now, when you came in with that idea, the first thing I said was like, I don't know. Tell me the business model around it.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds good. But I'm a numbers-driven guy, you know what I mean? Like, I love the ideas, but I'm like, let me see the numbers behind it to see if it's a value. Like, even if you break even, you don't make nothing on it. What can you tweak it to make more value out of it? Because even if you make a small amount, if you do a lot of camps or a lot of whatever it is, it'll counteract the small amount. Versus if you do a large amount, do smaller and don't do as many. But I'm always numbers wise saying, all right, cool.
Yeah, a lot of
You
people
see the
like
value,
that.
you see the value, you see the
Like,
value.
I'm getting cornered right now by parents. What's Ivan? What's next? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're literally cornering me, and I'm like, oh, these are parents that a week ago they all had programs for their kid.
Yeah.
Now I'm tapping into the babysitter. I'm tapping into camps. I'm tapping into clinic. I'm tapping into all these basketball programs. The dad emailed me and was just like, yo. My son has this, but I need him to be not even around basketball. I need him to be around junior. So they buying into me. 200 kids buying, 200 parents buying.
Yeah, so a lot of people understand the value because you
It's like now I'm creating that, whatever the business thing, cool. But they can feel that I actually can talk to their kid. Like I made sure that camp ran, and every kid that left there knew who I was, and I knew who they were. I knew their weaknesses. I can talk to the parents about, he needs to get better at this. So
that's real talk. That's real talk,
and that can literally drive into parents will pay anything for their kids. And once I thought about that, I was just like, not to take, but I'm actually putting into, I gotta get the facility, I gotta pay the staff, I gotta do this. But now you have something where, especially in the Westchester area, there's kids all over.
Yeah.
All over the place that either want to have fun playing basketball, want to learn basketball, want to be good at basketball.
Exactly.
You tap into all three of those, it's no different. You know what I mean? You just got to make sure now when you feed it to people, like, all right, yo, this is what I want you to do. It's like, yo, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah.
You're gonna starve, right? You're gonna profit a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But even when you start profiting, you are going to start. You're gonna have stuff you gotta pay. You're gonna have to like.
Everybody want that turkey.
Yeah, no, real talk.
Going back to what you said about homework, said, how do I do a coffee shop? What do you mean how do you do a coffee shop? Get a business, get a location, find out where to get the coffee, put it there, be passionate. Take care of your customers though, because you see how your parents are realizing who you are. You ain't do it for the money. You see the passion?
Yeah, they do it.
Have a premium product.
You see the passion. You see the passion.
My parents are African, bro, so they were looking at it like, you got this degree, what's going on?
Yeah.
I even tell you the Columbia story, he was there, I was with him when I got accepted. Graduated with a 2.3, I played college basketball, I get injured, boom, my Seki's off, I don't go to class for about 4 to 6 months. I just was like, I'm not going to class, I'm not doing this. I want to play basketball, like I'm injured, coach over-recruited me now, I can't play, but I worked my butt off that summer before, sacrificed everything to get to that point. And if I failed at it, I felt like I failed at it, but then I talked to a sports psychologist, it saved everything with me looking into like, all right, cool, graduate Concordia 2.3.
Yeah.
What the fuck you do? Like, what, try and give me an opportunity. And that gave me the direction in life because I had, I got to see two people be able to really do something and be like, oh, this is how you run it.
Because everything's a stepping stone.
And I was
using those opportunities to
as a stepping
get better.
Train there, a 6 train to Harlem, then to come all the way back up to Westchester. Then my dad was like, hey, you doing that? I see you. Here's a car. Cool. Looked out, got me a car. So now, still got this 2.3. I'm like, all right, I want to be a doctor. Took the MCATs. Didn't want to be a doctor. Said, all right, I don't want to do that no more. So going through the process, I'm trying to figure it out every day. I'm like, I don't really got sessions there, but
he wasn't eating.
But I was there. When they asked me to be there or even when they ain't, I was there. I was just there. I would work out and I would just watch. I would just sit there. I would hang out. I'll be a student. I would watch. I wouldn't have no ego. I was just there. And then things, slowly but surely start picking up and I would mess up. But getting to the Columbia story, I didn't, all right, you applying to Columbia. Like, bro, what? Like, you got 2.3. What's the chances? All right, called up. How do I get a meeting? We don't really take meetings. Don't worry. Show up. I'm there. You're not going to tell me send me back home. I'm there. I'm just sitting there.
Yo, like literally every day.
For a week.
I'm here.
They're like, all right, who do you want to meet with? I want to meet the dean of X and X. All right, dean of physical therapy. Guy sat down like this with her. She goes, what do you want? I was just not in a mean way. It's like, I see you sent an application, you did this, you've been here 3 times. What do you want?
What are you trying to get into?
I was just like trying to get to the
That's persistence though, man.
And
People want to send text messages and emails. Yo, show my face. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. What's up?
So she gave me 2 things. She
What
goes,
you gonna
do these 2 things and you're good. I did the 2 things. I didn't do one of them as well as I can. I got denied to that program, but me forward thinking, I applied to the master's program just like I applied to the doctor of physical therapy program. They didn't get to doctor of physical therapy, but she made the phone call. It was just like, yo, if you really want to get in there, he'll ace this and he'll be good. And all I told her is, listen, I played college basketball. If I didn't play that, I'd be Yeah, look at my freshman year.
Yeah.
Just look at this. Look at my freshman and the beginning of my sophomore year. This is literally the pudding showing you that I could have destroyed college if I wanted to, but that college basketball, that incident hurt. But don't stop a kid that's driven because of that number. I promise you won't regret putting me into this program because I'm probably gonna give something to you guys.
Hustle.
And they were just like,
that's what it basically comes down to. The
she
hustle.
felt it.
Yeah.
She felt it and got the call. Like, all right, I got into Columbia. It didn't sink in, but you know, for people on the
That's Ivy League. That's Ivy League.
Yeah. People travel everywhere just to do it.
That's what I'm saying. It's Ivy League. Everybody can go all over the country doing there.
And now I can, you know, these conversations I can have with people. It's like, hey, you getting I use that email as leverage. Sometimes I don't send my personal email. I send it through that. People respond. I send it through both. People respond through that like this, and it changes things. It changes my mindset. So now when I talk to my friends, it's like, yo, listen. But people are willing to go through. I look stupid. You bugging. You crazy. Woman do that.
According to who?
I'm saying, I think about this. Let's keep it 100. You Google on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
You look up, and I hate saying this, and I don't want to turn into that kind of conversation, but you look up and you're like, oh, how to do this, how to do that. Do you see any of us doing that shit? Like, your mentality to see what you're seeing all the time is the same people trying to tell you how, oh, God, let me tell you 5 ways to grow a business. What business do you, like, what do you know? Like, how do I know you? Who are you? Like, I don't know anything about you. You're just telling me how to do something. And people always say, that's how you raise money, that's how you get funds, that's how you do that. Like, you know, majority of people in this world ain't gonna give you money to start up your own business.
Yeah.
Like, granted, I got blessed where somebody was gracious enough to help me out and provide me with funds to start my company, my business. You know what I mean? But y'all two didn't get that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I provided a business plan. Yeah, it was my hustle doing it. I built the business plan every day.
You probably need a bigger budget though.
Yeah, my budget was massive.
Probably totally impossible for you to, I mean not impossible, but
it took 7 to do it on my own.
$200,000. I don't remember.
Yeah,
if you would come up with $200,000, yeah. So I mean, unless you saved it from scratch.
That would take so long to do.
It's possible.
But it's possible. Yeah, I'm saying it's possible. But one thing I had an issue with.
Or somebody could take the other route. Like I said, go slow. Or if you're doing a product, or you start off slow, take a little bit. Start with a little bit of product. Start with 100 products, and then build up to buying 1,000 products. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays with the market, you can buy anything in a small bag. Say you want to start selling book bags, you can buy 100 book bags, see how they go. If they don't go good, then you know what I'm saying, or whatever it is you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it just all depends. Some people go too hard. Now it's like somebody over a product line, they bought $250,000 and
they were saying right.
See how Shark Tank all the time. We're taking an extra mortgage out on our home, and we spent all the money on this product.
And it's like, it's not even good.
But they don't got the hustle. You know, we're knocking on those doors like I think we're
knocking
on the doors. Or they don't even believe as much. They think the money is what's gonna.
You used to drive around in the car and head into different barbershops, right?
Exactly. So they think the money is what's gonna make it pop. I'm put a bunch of ads up. I'm gonna do. It doesn't work like that. It gotta be passion, and it gotta be a good product, or you gotta know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're passionate about what you do. That's why the parents are noticing, like, yo, sooner or later, and this is his first run. So sooner or later, you're gonna be able to charge more, charge a premium.
Because that's the value. You're the value.
How many people go to baseball leagues just to get the money?
Bro, I still go to certain kids' house, like you saying, and Sunday night, Friday nights, and there's certain kids, like now it's gotten to a point. I got 2 coaches, and that work with me. I don't never like to say under me, and I send them. I be like, yo, the parent, I can't really do it, but they're good. And I've gotten the parents so much trust. They be like, you know what? You ain't gonna send nobody to come to my house and do something. So they go do that, and we figure it out. But the coach is eating. I'm showing him like, yo, that thing you doing, you're not wasting your time. Your mom might be telling you you're not because you love it. So shit, you love it. Let me worry about the liabilities and the fortune, and I got you. But even to a point, moms start getting to a point where, or parents, hey man, your value proposition with my son is worth more than 60. What do you want? Let's sit down and talk.
And I'm
in these houses where
they gotta give you more money.
Yeah, it's like, yo, what do you want? Like, if this grows, can I pay you just for the year, just to know you be around my son for X?
Because in our field, but in our field, people always in and out. In our field, it's like, oh, I got this guy who's great, but this is.
You should lock him down.
It's like your favorite ball. Like,
lock him down with so you won't kill yourself. I know you're good with money. I can tell that you're good, and I would lock him down like automatic payments.
Yeah. Now I do packages. I'm not.
So I'm taking boxing. I was telling him earlier. I'm taking boxing lessons. I was telling my boy earlier. I started taking boxing lessons, and the more packages you buy, the more cheaper it is.
That's what I'm doing.
So he's like, he set up a package. I had no choice. So you buy 6 of them, it's $110. You buy 12, it's $100.
And I took
You buy 20, it's how you finesse it. You buy 20 is $85.
See, the biggest
So
problem
you
with that is,
buy 100 pieces.
which I love, that's what I do with my
$35 a session,
That's criminal. That's
which
criminal.
is $3,500. But he gets that one time. But you got to be good with your money.
That's what I'm saying. That's
You
right
good, I
there.
can tell you good, but
That's
you
right
can't
there.
be-
Most people
because
get
then
that
you
big
run out
lump
of
sum
that
and they splurge it.
Yeah, they
and
gonna
all of a sudden
buy-
they like, see the biggest
So you
the
run
biggest
out of
issue
your
that
money,
should
and now you
happen.
don't want to do this.
And the thing
So
is-
now you got 100 more sessions.
You don't want to do
You
that.
don't wanna do it no more.
You feel like it's free.
Money, it feel like it's free.
Yeah, you get it for free now. You like,
When I used to
man.
cut hair, people were like, yo, I'll pay you for the whole month. And I'm like, nah, just pay me when you get it, because especially on a service note, because when you get the money, it's like
I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it for free.
Yeah, I don't work for free. The biggest thing people say, do 24, it gives you this many sessions.
No, you can do it because you guys got the bank account.
Yeah, but I
You
say
can
different
bank
now.
account
I
set
have
up.
the infrastructure to do it, but before
If
when
you
you
got a
first
lot of
start out,
clients, if you got a lot of clients, you pay all your bills ahead of time. Now you know what your profit is.
And that's,
Yeah,
I would
that's
say even even an automated payment. Like, all right, you want to do that with me? Find a system.
every month,
Automated come out. Automated. Don't worry, we'll just take.
but the hard part with that is
$100 a week.
I could only do that in the summer. That's why
Yeah.
now
You know how to put you on to
we're
right
in
now?
conversations
Put you on
with
right
the
now.
facility, and I'm like, even because you can't really partner with what I'm doing. You can't really partner with the school because
No, you can't.
at some point they're not gonna just be like, unless they're they're great. No school, especially in the area that I'm in, will be like, here's the keys.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So now if it start raining,
Yeah,
No, but you put it even
that's why I'm
deeper. You put it even
talking
deeper.
to somebody.
You put it even deeper with
Stuff
that.
in schools, or?
I do something in schools. Yeah, right now I literally cold call the schools, and
Cold schools.
graciously I have somebody.
This is dope.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
I put
cool.
a list of 50 schools in the area that might have a nice facility. I'll be like, listen, this can happen for your kids. Right? I'm basically telling people the game. This can happen for your kids. I'll give X and X for your students. Now I have somebody that's coming in that's going to help me out and be like, all right, public schools don't need it, Catholic schools need the money, right? All right, I can pay for a teacher possibly. All right, what's a teacher make? Okay, the $40,000. Well, $40,000 will get me this gym the whole year on the days that I want. Like no more paying price, because if I look at it, well, 40, 30,000, cool. That's if I get, let's just say 45 kids in 2 of my camps, I doubled that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now you're looking at it as like that 40,000. They're very happy. And Westchester schools aren't gonna be like most schools where they're
At a
like,
certain time anyway. It's like
it's not like they're just giving me keys. But certain schools or certain facilities, he's eating. All right, let me see how I can continue making money off it.
Once they see you make money, they want to take money off.
They don't want to take money off it.
But I want to piggyback. Hold on, Jay. But I want to piggyback with the whole auto payment
That's
stuff.
why it's important.
So I want to piggyback the whole auto payment stuff. But people always like, you know what I'm saying? Like no one really. This is where I come in. This is like how my brain always works. Like, all right, cool. So when you start doing auto payments, right, which means you have that credit card information on files, right? Once you have people's information on file, you can make sure that it's PCI compliant. So security stuff. So you can't just go swipe and keep it moving. And you store it online, unless you have a company that does all that stuff, holds all that stuff for you.
Yeah, they got stuff.
Yeah, you got to pay the premium on that.
Yeah.
So that premium goes from like 1.5%, 3% that you paying per transaction, now goes to 4.5% per transaction.
Yeah.
So now, you're gonna lose like, depending on how much volume it does, it's like another $5,000 a year, $6,000.
Well, they got stuff like you go to websites like Shopify. They got subscription
Yeah,
service.
Shopify has it, apps.
So it's like, yo, go to my website, you can bring a
What's
laptop.
the drink come?
You can bring a tablet with you and like, let me sign you up right now. You'll go like, I got these packages right here.
Yeah, no, I had that
Put it
too,
in
but
there.
once you do auto payment,
No, they'll automatically do it. I mean, no, they still gonna take the file. They're gonna take
I'm saying, but the
it.
auto payment turns into a situation where you become liable.
No, I don't know, but I'm saying, yes.
Security credit, that changes everything.
No, but
Security
these,
clearance changes everything.
they'll hold all that. Like, say, like a company like Shopify, they'll hold all that security information. They'll do all that
Now
stuff.
I'm saying, but once
You don't have nothing to do with the car. You don't
no,
look
I'm
at
saying swipe, right? You swipe the card, 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah.
That's how you do it. That's how I read it. That's easy.
Yeah,
That's
it
no
stays in the
problem.
system.
But it doesn't stay in the system. Once you start asking for it to stay in the system,
No, but they'll handle it. I'm saying
Yeah.
a company like Shopify will keep
and they'll
it.
charge you a grip to keep.
No, I mean, like
That's why-
2-3%.
You say you do that at 2 or 3% is regular swipe charge.
No, that's how they charge it.
No, I'm saying every swipe charge is 2 or 3%. But
Yeah.
once you do auto payments, it becomes keying. It ain't swipe no more.
Okay.
That changes it for another 1.5%, 2% on top of that.
I actually
But
have
then-
a subscription service, so.
I have it too. Like I got large transactions. Like, my transactions are all large. My transactions are usually 1,500 and above
Yeah.
every transaction. So I gotta have that PCI compliant, like stuff like that.
Charge them for that.
They charge you.
I mean, you charge the car. Put it in your
But
numbers.
in
You put it in your numbers too.
Put the extra $50 in there, like $450 instead of $400. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause so you can make your money.
That's actually a good point. That's actually a good
Put
point.
it in numbers.
Yeah, no.
That's what everybody's doing.
Yo, we just put you on some game.
Some free game.
I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe.